Good morning. We looked at 1 Peter 2, 13 and 14, and I want to go to verse 15, and it really builds off of 13 and 14, no surprise. But let's just read verse 13, and we'll go all the way through 15. Be subject for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether it be to the emperor as supreme, or to governors as sent by him, to punish those who do evil and to praise those who do good. So the call is to subject yourself or submit to governing authorities. Then verse 15, for this is the will of God. In other words, it's explicit. This is what God wants you to do. He doesn't want you to disobey governing authorities. He doesn't want you to disrespect them. He wants you to, as a normative rule, he wants you to submit. For this is the will of God, comma, that by doing good you should put to silence the ignorance of foolish people. Now this is similar to verse 12, just a few verses earlier, about how your deeds end up turning, sort of flipping the script. They turn the script on its head. People are ready to accuse you. People are ready to speak ill of you. People don't take seriously your faith, that you're in exile, and they maybe demean you in some ways, or at least look down on you. And your actions flip the script because your good deeds show something different. Here, it's very specific that by doing good you should put to silence the ignorance of foolish people. Is that the good that you do, of course, is coming from verse 13 and 14, namely, being subject to governing authorities. Now, I want you to think about what that means for Christians who spend all of their time griping about the government, for Christians who spend all of their time angry toward the government, who literally the narrative that they have and that they hold out to the world is one of discontented frustration all the time. That's a growing trend. It's one thing to be critical and critical thinking. It's another to share perspectives that come from the Bible. But it's another just to have a critical attitude all the time about anything that comes and is associated with government. And unfortunately, that kind of disposition is taking over these days. And this verse is very plain, very clear, that by doing good, by submitting ourselves as a rule to governing authority, we, in God's economy, will silence the talk of the foolish. So let's take God at his word, and let's guard our mouths, and let's guard our disposition to be the kind of people who are characterized by submission. That's hard to do, but that's what Christians do. May the Lord bless you today.